Okay, there's another commentary. This game looks like to be a 3 against 3 on grassy flatland. Rules will, being a clan game probably, this would be a CWB 12.5k. And it looks like Elias, God of War again, playing as Scipii. And Molly playing as the Pontus. Now, I'm Roman as well. Opponents are Egypt, Roman as Julii, and Carthage. So this is them setting up. I'm setting up further back in case of a rush. If there's a rush, the idea is to have two sides overwhelm one side, or all three sides attacking the whole if they move together, to try to overwhelm them before archer advantage can be taken. So the idea of a charge rushing is either to disorientate the opponent, or to make use of archer advantages, or lack of an archer advantage. So just waiting for all sides to finish deploying. Looks like Gotii, Viv clan, the Axeman, who later joins another clan, I believe. The Art of War, I believe. Unless I've confused him with someone else, and Linus, who's a very good player. So Gotii, I do believe, is one of the founding members of the Viv clan, and looks like Molly, Pontus and I are swapping sides, as the Romans are better off at facing the Carthaginians, and Pontus is better off at facing the Egyptians than the Romans, because of the combination of carrots and pikemen against their carrots, and because Rome is better than Carthaginians in most ways, but this way his carrots does not have to face mass pikemen. I'm just going to compare and contrast the armies here. Looks like Linus has gotten a lot of bowmen, which are very excellent bowmen, very good shooting attack and very good attack and defense as well, making them somewhat competent troops to use at the end of a archer war. He hasn't appeared to have gotten any carrot archers, which is somewhat unusual for Egypt, but never mind. Instead he's got a lot of carrots, which are good against cavalry. This is a fairly standard Roman army. It even has town watch and Japanese cavalry. And this is a this is a Bellaric slingers based army with pony infantry. Personally, I'll take normal slingers. Really, because I mean, I wouldn't take. Let's see what he has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's very unusual. He's got 5 Bellaric slingers. Most people try to take 8 missile troops of any type, no matter what. But in this case, he's taken 5. And they're not very well upgraded either, so I'm guessing he's actually spending most of his points into his infantry, and he doesn't actually have any. Cavalry. I'm guessing he's trying to depend on the Egyptian carrots and these cavalry, presumably to help defend these massive archer lines. So it's difficult to say who's got archer advantage, but in this case, Molly is preparing for Egypt to move forward, and so be caught in a slight trap, because they would then be in a good position, or perhaps to make use of carrot archers. So it's the first stage of the game where everybody is sizing each other up, seeing what to do, or in one case swapping sides. So all the units are moving up at ×3 speed. Looks like archer combat has been met. It looks like God of War will get the first hit despite the town watch moving forward. Looks like these permanent infantry are is helping to prevent these archers from moving around too freely. I'm just lining them up. These will take some hits from archers, presumably. What's if in archer range as Bellaric slingers or not. Bellaric slingers has the same range as normal archers, which I have. Looks like God of War is sending a exploratory Praetorian cavalry, but thinks better of it. Probably trying to skirmish with heavy cavalry. And his Molly has sent out horse archers, carrot archers, but they kind of get stuck, and so they're not very useful, because they stop moving. They will get hit by arrows, and some of them may die. Looks like these pikemen have suffered quite a few hits. These are in kind of bad positions for the pikemen to be in. They don't want to be too near to the archers, but I suppose you want to help defend. This is a kind of strange ladder shape. Looks like the Axemen are charging in equities. Molly is too slow off the bat. A lot of archers have died. These equities have done very well, even though they haven't killed the points cost. Okay, in effect, because these have been reduced, the archers will be able to do much more damage. So they already play themselves off, really, at this charge anyhow. So he's killed quite a lot of archers and routed the other. So these are very effective javelin cavalry. If by moving alongside, if these archers don't have skirmish mode off, the archers will move away, thus giving much more time for the other archers to shoot at the archers. So I'm trying to use the Praetorian cavalry to charge off the equities. And it looks like I'm moving up the Roman archers, presumably to start shooting at the Bellaric archers. Looks like these are moving through and I'm still continuing to chase them. But lucky enough his pikes are down on one side and moving on the other, and my Praetorian cavalry get away safely. They're actually wavering, they're almost routed. Here, Molly tries the same, but is nowhere near as effective as the equities. And the equities are given another go. So this is standard skirmishing practice at the start of the game. You generally don't want to use Praetorian cavalry for this because they can get shot to pieces, and they're not as fast as for instance equities, which are light cavalry. So this is just standard archer war. This Bellaric slinger isn't actually in combat, but these ones are. So this is quite odd formation because if those archers are facing directly towards the archers, you want them flat against other archers in this kind of formation. They're shooting at this archer, you want them to be this kind of shape. But he has them in straight lines for some bizarre unknown reason. So they're dying very quickly. Especially since equities killed quite a lot of them, and especially since they're up against Pharaoh's bowmen. So I'm just going to speed the game up because the archer war should be finishing off very soon. It looks like there's a bit of skirmishing still got on. Ground maneuver of armies. Everybody's trying to coordinate with each other. This looks like Melis decided to join the main battle line. Doesn't have many archers left to protect anyhow, and those that are can probably be defended by carrot archers. Linus has moved all of his carrots on this side. Really, what Molly should have done it was to immediately move his heavy cavalry round to destroy all these expensive Pharaoh bowmen. So these are all moving. Honestly, he should move his cavalry round to my side, or try to strike at the cavalry, anything on this side really. But it looks like he's decided now to move his cavalry and hopefully flank the guardsmen, Pharaoh's guard, and wrap them very quickly or kill off the remaining archers. So it looks like Archer Auxiliary, which probably doesn't have any archers left, are fighting against Town Watch, throwing pillar over the sides of each other. They don't want to throw it into the Archer Auxiliary on Town Watch. It's more effective to throw them against actual combat units. Looks like there's a maneuver of the Egyptian carrots. The Romans don't really have an answer to Egyptian carrots and the like. The best thing to hope for is to kill them with either archers or hope they get stuck upon your units or die in a charge. It looks like cavalry attack that's occurring over here. Looks like I've got to surround over the axemen. Looks like his sacred band will be engaging the fray with lots of pikemen. So, well, since now that these are running off, preferably I should run my own cavalry off as well before they can all die. Looks like he's charging his own cavalry. Looks like the Egyptian carrots have finally made a move towards these cavalry, leading them past into phalanx pikemen who lowers their pikes in time, but doesn't seem to kill any, and in turn loses quite a few men. Whatever the case is, it's just effectively preventing them from chasing my cavalry and my main units, which is important. So it looks like my cavalry are kind of stuck in position, even though they shouldn't be, and now they're facing against pikemen. It's not very ideal. Looks like Money still hasn't engaged with the Pharaoh's guard yet. The carrots are going off for a second round, running to the cavalry. This is a big mass. It's not a very good cavalry so you want the opposing cavalry to be in a tighter mass than this. I do if I place my cavalry in such a formation that makes it harder for the cavalry to engage the carrots to engage the opposing cavalry because they're all bunched up together. So this is general melee you see in a 3v3. It's very hard to keep up to date with everything that's occurring at the time. So these Pontic heavy cavalry, they probably ran up. They still got javelin cavalry. Yes, javelins, I'm not too sure. But they should have killed off all the feathered bowmen, which is good. You don't want them to join the fight. And you also, if they still got arrows, you still don't want them to shoot. So that's a lot of infantry here. I do believe that in the end, the opposing side will win because they have a lot of effective infantry. Well, yeah, their infantry is far more effective than ours at the moment, and ours are kind of dispersed. But hopefully, he will be able to flank them with superior, but he doesn't really have superior numbers. What he should do is that you should see that my units are fighting a quite desperate battle here. Leave one phalanx pikeman behind, and use the rest of the pikemen to surround this small army here. But he hasn't done that. Instead, he's having all of these units trying to prevent the Pharos Guard from moving across. So I still have quite a lot of cavalry left. They rallied, and so has my urban cohorts. There was a bit of a. They didn't really have any cavalry left. The opposing side didn't, to chase off my units to make sure they run off the map. So my units are still alive. If they did have a unit to run these units off, I would say that it's a definite loss for me. And these Bellaric Stingers, I think they have extra ammo, more ammo than usual, are still firing, and looks like they're charging into my cavalry, or rather my cavalry is charging each other. There's quite a lot of them, so they shouldn't rout anytime soon. But it looks like God of War has cleverly charged into the rear, and so 4 or 5 units are routing right this instant. If there wasn't any morale options, I would say that these Bellaric Stingers would be able to hold up, or even kill all of these cavalry. But since there's morale, you have to take that into account, and they all ran away even though their numbers greatly exceeded either of the cavalries that charged them. Looks like general battle here. Mully is using his infantry in a very poor way. Only 2 of the units can actually engage in combat, and he's getting surrounded at the time. Really, you should try to spread out into a line rather than bunch them up all together. You can't bunch up. You shouldn't try to bunch up your phalanx pikemen. But it looks like I'm trying to do that anyhow. So he's surrounded. So if it looks like that the Sacred Band should be winning the fight. It looks like I still have infantry and infantry and cavalry ready to charge into the rear of the Sacred Band. So that's a bit of a push of a pike there. Charge of the cavalry into the rear of the phalanx pikemen. And it is the main battle being fought is right here, right now, after a very long battle. It's very difficult to say who will win, but as the coverage is getting surrounded, I would say that eventually my side will win. So there's some cavalry moving around, still charging. They charge and then retreat and charge again. That's the best way to use them. If they get bogged out in combat, there's a good chance that they will die. Because if you charge and keep charging again, you will hopefully reduce their morale enough. Looks like archers are joining in. Looks like the cavalry units are running away. Looks like that my side has won the game. After a very long battle, due to my own units rejoining because they weren't run off, and also Scipii's very God of War's very useful cavalry charges that got rid of the influence of the Bellaric archers. This looks like a good game will be called very soon, and they should be admitting defeat or wiped out. You may notice that you don't get to see the comments, what we say to each other in a replay, which is unfortunate. But at least it saves us to see the trash that we sometimes talk about.